This project has a lot of strengths. I think some of the strengths are your layout. It's kind of interesting. I like this sort of stacking of images with the space in between them. I think that's really interesting. And one of your images on the home page sort of does that same sort of, I think it's the coffee one, not this coffee one, but the other coffee one. It has the same sort of um, broken up image quality. And I think that is a very strong column. So I think that was really well done. Um, I also feel like some of the images are great. So the one that I just saw was really spectacular, but they're not equally great. They're not equally on target in terms of the sophistication and natural. And so I think some of them are better than others, and the kind of unevenness of them, like for instance, this one is fantastic. The unevenness sort of makes your imagery, some of it is great and some of it is not as great. So I think, it kind of unbalances your page. Again, your typography is great. The color palette makes a lot of sense, right? The kind of monochromatic green. The white is really beautiful, and your overall layout is pretty nice. I think there's some issues, a little bit of issues like this being centered. I think if it were just spaced, if it were left aligned, it would kind of line up with this column, which would be great. Also, a lot of these things need more margins and padding, and I think that will kind of add to the kind of niceness of this design, or the kind of finish of this design. Um, Other little issues were, let me see if I can remember. Other little issues were, oh, in the a hover, a visited, a link, you just used color names for it, but I want you to have a little bit more control over that. Also, the margin and padding wasn't as controlled as I would like to see it. There was a PSD that you uploaded, and all of the images didn't have alt tags, so make sure you're not uploading any PSDs and that your images have alt tags. But otherwise, the skills were very good. The design was nice. You had nice control over it, and this is a pretty nice site.